most people don't tend to know. If you say crew, they definitely will not know what you're talking about, but rowing, they kind of get a glimpse of what you're doing. When I thought of rowing, I thought of Vikings just like rowing the little big boats and stuff.
Some people, you tell them what rowing is, they'll have no idea unless they've ever seen it before. It's hard to explain with words, but once you see it, it's a cool sport.
Because I didn't think it had like such a unique finesse style that you had to do everything. Like you just dip it in the water, row, and then you'll be like one race.
I coach the novices, so when they first come to the club, they come to me first. And I teach them to row right, and then they don't listen.
When I first started, I was not too good, but I put in a lot of extra time and definitely had some encouragement from my dad and some of the other coaches who believed in me.
A lot of teamwork. Teamwork is the number one thing about rowing too, because you got to be coordinated with other people in the boat.
It might not seem like it, but you really have to work with your teammates.
We spend a lot of hours together, especially with the people you row in a boat with. You spend hours on end together, and you really get to count on each other, and it's just having like another family away from home and away from school too.
You definitely want to have patience at first, because there will be a feeling like, I'm not good enough at first, but that comes with everything you do. And so you definitely don't want to get too down at first if you aren't doing as well as you think you should be. You want to give it time, you'll get better.
I would say it's hard work, dedication, and also focus too.
I mean, it definitely keeps you in shape, that's for sure.
I lost a lot of weight doing it. I guess I'm about to say last year I weighed about 230, 240, 280, and now I weigh about 185, 190.
And adding on to what Christian said, you get a killer body if you're a rower, which is also good.
A lot of people told me that a lot of black people don't do this. And a couple people told me I'd get a scholarship for doing it.
In these public schools that we typically deal with, the kids are looking at getting basketball scholarships, football scholarships.
Football, you still work in a team, but you have to outshine everybody else. Like everybody else in that position that they can offer the scholarship to, you still have to outshine them. So even though you're still working on that team, you still have to outshine everybody else. So you'll get noticed by yourself.
And in rowing, it's a much different situation. You don't see too many kids that are looking to get a rowing scholarship.
Pretty much, because like basketball, football, they get introduced so early into the community. Communities like this don't really have the money and like the effort to try to put together and get kids here. We as kids are fortunate to kind of have the New Era scholarship thing, so they can pay for this, so we can actually try new sports out instead of the typical football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and things like that.
I wouldn't say it's a very stressful sport, but it also keeps you focused while you're on the water, and I think you'll also adapt that to school as well.
I'd say BRC is more of a family than a club. Got a lot of jokesters playing around, got a lot of people to lean on in case you're in pain, which you will be in crew.
We're really a community, and there are a lot of people on this team that I wouldn't have gotten to know if it weren't for crew.
It's really cool to see a bunch of different kids that you wouldn't get to meet normally, and you can see a lot of different personalities that maybe sometimes you wouldn't see.
I want to thank my teammates, because without them, I wouldn't be the athlete that I am today.
I love you, brother. I heard your teammates.
And if you like the water, you like to have fun, you like to travel to like different states and compete, you should come out.
You think rowing is something that you'll stick with for a long time?
Oh, I think it'll be a part of me for the rest of my life, honestly.